Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining and for taking your time to be a part of this class, investing in yourself as a parent and in your relationship with your children. Before we start, I just want, if we can all just take a moment, take a deep breath in and exhale and just be fully present here in this moment, forgiving yourself, letting go of anything that has happened up until this point, judgment-free zone for yourself, right? This is our time to create that confidence and calm and love and balance that we all crave in our lives and in our relationship with our children. And just by coming to this class, you are already taking one huge step in that direction. So you're doing amazing. Today, I want to talk about one of the big reactions that all of us have when our child is challenging us. One of those reactions that we have when our child is challenging us is the question, do we ignore or do we not ignore, right? And there has been this concept, this idea that when a child is doing something that's really outrageous, right? One way to get them to stop is just ignore them, right? If we don't give them energy or we don't care about what they're doing, we don't show them that it's bothering us, then they'll stop. And there is so much validity to that, right? Because sometimes we give our child, if we make something a big deal, then our child will be like, oh, I'm getting this awesome, huge reaction out of my parent. I'm getting attention. Let me continue it. Because when I'm trying to get that energy, it's working and I'm getting it. But ignoring may not be the best word, the best way to think about that. And what I'd like to offer you is another idea of how we can approach a challenging moment like that without giving our child the energy, the attention that they're asking for from a negative place, right? Like when we suddenly pay a lot of attention to them because they're acting out, but from a negative place. Okay, I'm just going to start again because I feel like I got tongue-tied, and since nobody's on and I have, so I stopping the video. Okay, let me start again.
Just make sure when you start again.
Mm-hmm.
The recording is on.
Thank you. I'm not ending the Zoom meeting. I'm just taking off the video so you know where to recut it from.
Just make sure the recording is on.
Okay. Also, my wig is a little bit weird. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here, taking your time to invest in yourself, your children, and your relationship with them. Before we start, let's all just take a deep breath in through our nose and exhale out through your mouth. And just leave behind any frustrations of the day today, any way that you reacted or behaved or thoughts you had that you think were wrong, that you think were made you out to be something that different from the wonderful human being and parent that you are. This is a no judgment. This is a judgment-free zone, not just between us, but between you and yourself. Okay, this is your space to create the relationship, the life, the parenting life that you have been wanting, that you are craving, and you are doing that now. So just leave all the judgments of yourself behind. Today, we are going to talk about one of the reactions that many of us have been told we should have when our children are misbehaving or having a big tantrum or rebelling or yelling or being disrespectful, right? One reaction that we may have been told works to get our child to stop is ignoring them. Because what does ignoring do? The theory is that when children are acting out, they're trying to get our attention. And so if we just don't give it to them, they'll stop, right? or there's nothing we can do. We can't give them what they want. So we're just going to ignore them because I keep giving them an answer or, suggesting ways to switch whatever it is that they're upset about. And it's not working for them. They're getting upset. So there's nothing left I can do. I'm just going to ignore them. They'll stop eventually. Does it work? It might work in the short term. But what is ignoring doing? And of course, I'm going to share with you what ignoring does. And obviously, I will give you a different way to approach the same situation that will get you the same result you want in the short term, but an even better one in the long term. Okay, so stick around. So, first, let's just talk about ignoring for a minute. What does it mean to ignore a child, right? Our child is upset, they're angry, they're yelling, they're crying, and it can be at any age, right? Because they want to go somewhere and we're not allowing them to, or they don't like the boundary that we set, right? What does ignoring look like? When we think about ignoring, we're trying to just get our child to stop, or we don't know what to do. We don't know how to handle it. So we just walk away. Think about the body language, okay? What your thoughts are, the noises that are made, the words that are used, the vibe, the energy between you and your child when we ignore. What does ignoring look like and feel like for a child? Ignoring looks like walking away, rolling our eyes, shrugging it off, huffing and puffing. Usually there are angry or frustrated or annoyed words we're thinking to ourselves, or we may be saying out loud, I can't deal with you right now. I can't handle this. I can't help you. What does that do? Walking away from a child, eye rolls, shrugs, turning our backs, right? What does that do? And what do those words do? How would that make a child feel? It may make a child feel that their feelings aren't valid. Reasonable, right? No one has time for me. I can't deal with you right now. I can't deal with this right now. I'm not worth it. Nobody cares. Unloved. I'm too much. I'm not important. There's no solution, right? The parent did like we're walking away, so there's no solution. So, what do? We just walk away from challenging situations when they come. So sometimes when we ignore, it's true. What happens is we stop giving our child that attention and they give up. But are they giving but do we want them to give up, or do we want them to learn that the answer is no? The answer is not right now, right? What happens when we ignore our child, we're not giving them the space to have their feelings and emotions. We're saying that your needs and wants right now are not going to be met and you just have to deal with that. Now, I'm not saying that we need to give our children everything that they're asking for in the moment. Children, we physically can't. It's okay to say not right now. It's okay to say no sometimes, right? No is actually an important word if our child wants to do something dangerous or that's not in their best interest right now. It's the challenges with the ignoring, because what does ignoring create in a child's mind? What does it make them feel? How does that then go into affecting your relationship with your child? If my child feels like my parent thinks I'm too much, my parent thinks I'm not worth it, my parent thinks I'm not loved, my parent doesn't know how to handle me or what to do with me, so nobody does. Are they giving up on me? Are they going to abandon me? I mean, those are just some options. It doesn't mean that's your child is thinking all of those things, and it could be something different, but that's what ignoring does. So, what can we do if we know that in a moment our child is just trying to get our attention and that's why they're acting out? What can we do? So, first, let's reframe this idea of attention. Why does a child want attention? Attention is actually a basic human need. When we say the connotation behind a child just wants my attention is usually negative. Everybody needs attention. I need attention. You need attention. We all need attention. Attention is a human need, and especially for a child, because getting attention from their parent means my parent loves me. My parent wants to be around me. My parent cares about me. I'm worth the attention, right? So getting attention isn't a bad thing, but we do want to help our child learn how to handle things that handle challenges, accept the word no, or at least when it's explained, right, within reason. We want our child to learn how to say, like, hey, I need attention, rather than doing something that's hurtful or disrespectful. Find different ways to ask for that attention, right? And if our child isn't just asking for attention, right, but they're really upset because they're upset about what we just said, ignoring them, what does that do? It it devalidates their feelings, their needs, their wants. And we want to keep encouraging our children to know that their needs are important, because, and I've taught this in classes before, needs are really important, because when our needs aren't met, that's when we have these big reactions and big emotions. Many times there are other reasons for them too, right? But needs are really important to get met for everyone, for adults and children alike. So rather than thinking about it as ignoring, and this is a huge, important piece of conscious parenting, okay? It's so much about what our intention is. Sometimes it's less about it is about what we actually do, but in order to set the stage for the way that we actually handle challenges, in order to change the energy, the vibe between us and our children, to change many times even the outcome of what happens, of how situations play out between us and our children, is our intention behind it. So what is our intention? With our intention, when we're ignoring, is like, I give up on you, right? Our intention can be changed to, I am giving my child space. I am giving you space. How is giving space different than ignoring? Right? When we're ignoring, we are reacting to the way that we feel. It's too much for me right now. I don't know what to do. I'm giving up, walking away, can't handle it, whatever it might be. You're too much. Giving space is saying, I acknowledge that right now you're really upset, right? It's okay to be upset. And that's an important thing to accept in and of itself as a parent, that it's okay for your child to be upset. It's actually quite normal. When you don't get your way or something happens that's out of alignment with what you wanted or what you believe, you get upset. We all get upset. There's nothing wrong with getting upset. There's nothing wrong with those big emotions. So the first thing is, you're telling your child it's okay to feel. And think about that. Think about how powerful that is. I'm giving you space. I'm accepting the fact that you have these big feelings, and I'm telling you it's okay. The first thing is, my intention is, my child is upset right now, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with my child, and there's nothing wrong with me with the fact that they're upset. What does body language look like, right? We're comparing it to the ignoring. What does I'm giving you space body language look like? We're looking them in the eyes. We're not turning around and walking away. We have our body turned toward our child. Some children are okay with touch in those moments. Some children aren't. So we're gauging that. We're getting to know our child. If my child needs, some children need touch when they're upset, and hugging them, rubbing their back, taking their hand. Those are all things that are comforting and letting a child know, I'm here, even in the midst of a tantrum. Some children don't want you to touch them, and that should be respected too. And that's something you can ask, and you can also sense, and you can just get to know when you try it out. I have one child who likes to be touched in the moment, and one child who does not want to be touched in a big moment. And so I know that now. And so I know how to handle each one. So, but either way, your body language is there and present. We're not turning around. We're not distracting ourselves, getting busy with something else because we don't know what to do. We're embracing the feelings. And it's worth mentioning that we're also embracing our feelings in that moment. And that's a huge part of conscious parenting, is recognizing, what am I feeling, right? Because what I'm feeling is then what I'm translating onto my child. It's too much for me. I can't handle this. Child feels, it's too much. My parent can't handle this. I don't know what to do. I give up. My child doesn't care enough. My parent doesn't care enough. My parent doesn't love me enough. Giving space is like showing the child, I'm here for it. I see that you're upset, and I'm here supporting you, loving you, holding you through this. I'm holding you through this challenge. I'm here. I've got you. That's giving space. Now, your child just keeps going on and on and on, right? They just keep going on. You're keeping your body language clear, We're not making any of those huffing and puffing noise and giving up and rolling eyes. We're just there. We're looking at them and we're working on having empathy. Okay. Giving a child space means we're having empathy for them. We're watching that, what's going on in our heads. And again, it doesn't mean that right away the language in our head changes, but we start to notice it. We start to we start to see it. We start to work on changing it. Even if it's like, I'm noticing that I'm saying I give up. I'm not giving up. I'm here with them. I'm noticing that I'm saying, I can't do this. I can handle this. Yes, you can. You've got this. Your child will know that they've got this when you've got this, right? So it's a lot of that. It's important to have that self-talk. Now, the next thing we do, because sometimes a child can't be consoled, right? Or they're saying, go away, for example. So some phrases you can use to show a child that you're giving them their space, but you're not turning away from them. You're not ignoring them. You are giving them their personal space. And by the way, that's okay too. Even if a child doesn't ask for it and you need a moment, okay? You can't handle this big tantrum right now. What can you say? What can you do to let your child know I'm here for you, right? But I'm giving you your space. And it might be because you need space too. And rather than making it about them, like, I need to take space because you're too much right now, you're just saying, like, I'm going to give you space. That's very powerful. Saying, I'm honoring your space, right? Or if you think your child won't understand those words, like, I'm going to give you space. I'm going to give you your time to calm down. I am here for you. I am here for you now, and I am here for you when you calm down. I am respecting the fact that you are feeling these big emotions right now, and that's okay. I'm here for you. I'm here for you through it. I'm here for you when you're ready to come talk to me. You want me to walk away? I am going to walk away because you asked me to, right? You asked me to give you your space. I'm going to give you space. Name it for them. Be clear that you're not just walking away. You're honoring what they asked you for. Go away. I don't want you near me. I'm going to give you your space right now. I see that you're having big emotions. I see that you need some privacy and some time to find your calm. I'm going to do that. I'm going to walk away. Right? Let me know. And this is a big key. This is a really important part. Let me know when you're ready. I'm here for you when you're ready. Let me know when you're ready to talk. Let me know when you're ready to come out of your room. I'm here. I'm waiting. I might not be physically with you because I'm going to honor that space. Or, by the way, I can't handle it right now physically. I need my own time to calm down. So but you're not necessarily saying that, right? But like by saying, I'm going to give you your space. I see that right now you need to go through these big emotions. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help you. Let me know when you're ready. Now, this is also important because there are so many different self-regulation tools that we want to teach our children that we do. And I go into it in other classes. And I think that that's even something I'm going to explore more. I think it's really important. Breathing, taking a sip of water, turning on some music. There are different tools and ways we can teach our child to self-regulate. Just talking through their emotions, right? Like, I'm feeling really angry. Sometimes saying that is enough to help someone start to calm down and to self-regulate, which is wonderful. And we want to help our children get there. There are some moments when they just can't self-regulate. They just can't do it. How do we handle those moments? Do we walk away from them, or do we let them know we're here for them? Right? This is one way to handle any sort of big outburst for any age. Again, I'm talking teenagers too, right? They're upset. You won't let them go to their friend's party, or they did something wrong, but like, they did something wrong. They were acting rebellious, and you had to come and have a conversation with them about it. And they're super upset about that, right? They're super upset. It's okay. It's okay that they're upset. I'm giving you your space to process that right now. I'm here for you, and I'm waiting, and I'm ready for you when you're ready, but I'm here for you. Now, here's the thing. You got to be there when they're ready to come talk, right? You need to make sure that now you're making yourself available when they're ready to come talk and they find their calm, right? They're calmed down, they're somewhat regulated, or they're ready to just at least talk, even if it's like they're coming back out to yell some more and to express themselves some more. You are here for it. Children need parents to be secure and to be strong and to be okay with those big emotions, to be accepting of them. and to not feel like we need to give up on them when they have them or when we have them, but we're here for them with them when it's happening and when it's going on. This is the difference between ignoring and giving space. And it's a lot mental. It's so much in our minds and in our brains, right? This concept of like, I'm not giving up on you because there's nothing wrong with you. Your behavior is a lot right now. I'm going to give, or again, maybe they're asking for that space. I'm going to give you that space. Or I see that right now you're just, you need to go through this and that's okay. I'm giving you that space, but I'm here, but I'm still here. So the ignoring might work in a short term, but it has the potential to create so much negative self-talk in a child and so much disconnect between you and your child. The giving space actually creates trust. It creates respect. The trust is like you're showing your child, I trust you to go through your emotions. I trust you to find your calm. I trust you, that you're expressing like a human being. And I trust that. I trust your process. I trust that this is what you need to do right now. And this is how you need to speak and to feel. And I'm respecting that. I'm respecting the fact that you are expressing yourself. I'm expressing the fact that you don't agree with me right now. And that's okay too. It's okay for your child not to agree with you. It's not okay for them to then, go do something that's not safe for them or healthy for them or goes against a family value, but it's okay for them to be upset about it, right? That's okay. We want to make sure that our children know that it's okay for them to express in all the different ways that they need to. So I hope this was helpful and clear. Um, I go through this with my children a lot all the time. I want you to know that it's super normal. Um, and just to give like a really quick personal example, I have my middle son, my son, and he's the middle child, has these really big outbursts, and he's the child who's like, "Go away! I don't want you near me. I don't want you like go away. I'm upset." And I try not to. I've learned to not, first of all, take it personally or get offended, because it's not about me. He has his process and he needs to go through whatever he's going through right now. And I always walk out of the room. And even though he told me to give him his space, I'm not like, fine, I'm giving you your space. I'm going to give you your space. I really appreciate that you asked me for space. I really appreciate that you know how to articulate that. Let me know when you're ready. And I promise you, it has made such a huge difference, not only in allowing him to calm down, he calms down on his own. I've even left him in that situation because he didn't want to get dressed for school. And he's like emerged from his room calm and dressed. So we're not saying like, yes, the freak outs are it's okay to scream and yell and be disrespectful, but it is okay to have those big emotions. And I'm going to give you the space to do that. And then I'm here to help you figure out the next step. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much to everyone again for joining. Message me with any questions you have on this topic or any other. I am here for you. And have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your days.